Some tragic news in the world of NFL football last night as famed Chicago Bears middle linebacker Dick Butkus passed away. Butkus was an icon for the Bears and made it to 8 Pro Bowls in his 9-year career, which was astounding. Butkus was born in Chicago, December 1942, the youngest of 8 children, but the first to be born in a hospital. He was actually 13 pounds at birth. His father was a Lithuanian immigrant to Ellis Island, was an electrician, and his mother worked in the at a laundromat 50 hours a week. He was a fan of the Chicago Cardinals of the NFL when the Cardinals were in Chicago and attended the games at Comiskey Park. Butkus would get his strength by being a mover. Butkus would play high school football for many positions, and he was actually named Chicago's High School Player of the Year. So, anyway, he decided to go to the University of Illinois, close to home, which isn't that bad, and played for 3 years for the varsity squad of Illinois. They went to the 1964 Rose Bowl, taking care of Washington in the game. And Butkus was named Illinois' MVP. Was unanimously picked to be a center for the All-American team in 1963. He was amazing. The 1965 NFL draft saw the AFL draft to the second round by the Denver Broncos. However, the Bears did the AFL one better by drafting him not only in the first round, but 3rd overall. It was a major victory for the NFL that he decided to sign with the team. Although the Bears offered him less money, he would be playing for his hometown team, so it worked. And all that. Bill George had retired from Chicago as middle linebacker, so Butkus was a natural fit, and he made an impact. He actually intercepted 5 passes and recovered 6 opponents' fumbles. He was pretty good. He was 3rd in Rookie of the Year behind his own teammate Gale Sayers of the Bears. If there was a defender for the separate award for defenders, he definitely would have won. Well, the NFL does that nowadays. Anyway, he was a great middle linebacker. Although he would have to face prejudice because Ray Nitschke of the Packers played that position too, about getting awards and all that. Dick Butkus had a 5-year deal end in 1969 and almost was ready to move on, but the Bears kept him on for a multi-year contract. Despite the Bears not doing so well as a team, his reputation was huge as a middle linebacker, and he was the most feared man in the game. Butkus, before the 71 season, would get his preventive surgery on his right knee that actually helped out in a way. And he was fantastic and all that. So, anyway. Butkus was fantastic and all that. Unfortunately, though, injuries would hurt him. That lingering right knee injury, which he played throughout many years, actually ended up hurting him, and he basically retired at the age of 31 in 1974. So, anyway, Dick Butkus was not too happy because he needed medical and hospital care, which the Bears were supposed to pay for, but they didn't. So he sued the Bears, but fortunately it was settled out of court. He had a great reputation for being a large linebacker and just diligent and all that. He knew he did all that. Despite that fact, the Bears only won 48 games during Butkus' career. But Butkus knew how to tackle and how to rip the ball from a ball carrier's hands. He was known as the gold standard for middle linebackers and all that. His number 50 jersey is only one of two to be retired by the Fighting alumni. Red Granges, the other one. And he was elected to the Football Hall of Fame in 1979. His first year's eligibility, part of the 60s and 70s All-Decade team. The Bears retired his number 51 in 1994. And he had a sculpture of himself at Soldier Field. Just pretty good. He was known as the number one most feared tackler around. However, he would have a film and TV career, which was huge and all that. He did a lot of things. And all that Miller Lite commercials. He was a color analyst for the Bears for many years. He was in the teen show Hang Time, remember the Misfits playing basketball and all that? Got to watch that. Butkus had married his high school sweetheart and have 3 children. Matt played for USC as a defensive lineman and joined his father in philanthropy. Luke Butkus has been an assistant coach in the NFL for many years and is the offensive line coach for the Packers. Anyway, the knees. All that. He did have quintuple bypass surgery in 2001, which was lucky. However, Dick Butkus died in his sleep at his home in Malibu. He was only 80. We'll be back.